and welcome to Baking with Jill. So today we are going to be making giant chocolate chip cookies, and now it's currently 9:48 at night, but it's never too late to make some cookies. So we're gonna start off by preheating our oven to 325. So let's do that now. Okay, so the ingredients, we're gonna need a half cup of unsalted butter. I only have salted butter, so that's what we're gonna use. Now, this butter is a bit different for this recipe because usually you would need salt or softened butter. But for this one, we're gonna take the butter, unwrap it from the wrapper, and then we're gonna cut it into 1 tablespoon sized pieces and place it in a microwavable safe container. Undo that and be right back. Alright, so this is what it looks like cut up into 1 tablespoon sized pieces. Now I'm just gonna pop this. It says for 45 seconds in the microwave. I'm just gonna do 30 seconds because I have that option. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I stopped it at 8 seconds because it was starting to like pop a little bit. So this is how my butter looks. It says here that you don't want the butter to be completely melted, but you want it almost melted, which I feel like I have that. So next we're gonna put this in our, I'm using my stand mixer. We're gonna put the butter in there in both parts, half cup granulated sugar and half cup light brown sugar. So let's do that. Here's my stand mixer over here. I should probably plug it in the wall. Okay, so we're gonna open her up. I just have the paddle attachment on now because I feel that would be most suitable for this recipe. So dump the butter in, and it doesn't say to create butter first, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put the butter in there, and then half cup granulated and brown sugar. So take our measurements. Half cup. Now let's add these to this. Now, typically for most recipes, you have the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients like in 2 different bowls. But for this one, it's all just in 1 bowl, which makes cleanup easier, which I'm not complaining about. So I just added in the white sugar, granulated sugar. Now I'm to brown sugar. If I can get the lid off of this. And now this brown sugar is going to have to, so I'm going to use a spoon. Okay, so I just added the sugars to the butter. I didn't mix it yet. It says here, place the butter in both sugars in the bowl of a stand mixer. You can also use a large bowl and hand mixer if desired. Beat until very well combined. Beat in vanilla extract and add egg. Beat until just combined. So let's do that. I'm gonna bring this closer so you can see what's actually going on. So, hold on. That'll reach. And then bring this drawn down. And look at that. Look at that view. Okay, so we're just gonna start off slow. Next things next, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to our mixture here. And then we're just gonna beat that in. And after we beat that in, we're gonna add in 1 whole egg. I'm just gonna try to crack the egg on the side of this and add it in. Hopefully I don't get any shells in, but if we do, oh well. That was a pretty clean egg. Nice. Okay, just a side note, I don't know if you can hear the dishwasher running in the background, but if you hear like a gargling noise, that's what it is. And there's pistachio. Okay, so I just We just gotta beat this egg in. Okay, after that, we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of just regular flour. Now, it doesn't say a specific method to add in flour, but typically what you should do is you take your 1 cup, you're gonna take a spoon, and a butter knife. Spoon and a butter knife. You're gonna spoon the flour into here. So I'm just gonna do that. That way, if you don't do this, you just scoop right into it. It'll pack it in. Like it'll pack the flour in, and you don't want that because what you're doing is actually adding more flour to the recipe, which might make your cookies dry or not rise properly. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. But I actually learned that from my baking class in high school. So now we're gonna do, you see this, it's not like a level. So you're gonna use the flat side of the butter knife and just like level it down and then scrape off the excess into the container. We're just gonna pop that in there. And it was 1.5 cups of flour. So we're gonna fry 1/2 cup in here and do the same exact thing. Okay, so once I add in the flour, we're not gonna stir it, or sorry, mix it right away, because it says to add the flour, cornstarch, baking powder, and salt, and then slowly beat. So we're gonna add the cornstarch, which we need 2 teaspoons of. So I'm gonna go do that. Alright, so we're adding the cornstarch. 2 teaspoons. I don't know if you should like level it off properly or just give it a shake. I'm just giving it a shake because it's just cornstarch, you know. Cornstarch isn't as like precious as flour, I guess you could say. Oh, I actually don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, baking powder. How much baking powder? 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, baking powder. Hold on, I grabbed baking soda. Let me go grab baking powder. Okay, I grabbed baking powder. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of that. And just like lift that off. Add that in, and then we need a 1/4 teaspoon salt. And then we're gonna mix that. Okay, now we're adding in the salt. It's just only a 1/4 teaspoon, which doesn't seem like very much at all. So, just gonna dump that in. And now since we added all the dry ingredients, I'm gonna give this a good old mix. So we're gonna just mix her up. And then after that, we add the chocolate chips. And then I think we're gonna pop these Johns in the oven. Okay, so for adding it says to add chocolate chunks, which is the whole point of this cookie being a chocolate chunk cookie, I think. I only have chocolate chips, and it is now 10:06, and I'm not going to the grocery store this late at night, nor is Renner's open past 10 o'clock at night, so we're eating chocolate chips. I have a little bit left in this bag, and a whole big old bag here, so we're just gonna add lots of these. Honestly, this recipe doesn't make a lot of dough, because on the back here it says it makes, like 5 big cookies. So that's what, it doesn't look like a lot in here, but yeah, maybe I should like show you what it looks like. Yeah, hardly anything at all, but it's fine, right? So I'm just gonna take, like I said, there's like this bag of chocolate chips. It doesn't have much in it, like at all. And let me turn this so you can maybe see what I'm doing, sort of. I'm gonna put all the rest of this bag in. And then, oh, I just dropped one on the floor. Let me pick that up. Stop it. Okay. Stashy was checking it out. And like, I never really actually measured chocolate chips. I just sort of add decide if you want a lot of chips, if you don't want a lot of chips. It's all up to you because you're the one who's making them. I think that's fun. Okay, and then what I always do after adding in chocolate chips, let me show you. So that's what it looks like. What I always do is I always take a rubber spatula and fold them in. So I'm just taking this one royal spatula and I like to fold in the chocolate chips. You really want to fold those chocolate chips into the batter. You could use the stain attachment, but I feel like folding it really, you know, you like put your heart into making the dough and adding a little bit of your love into it. Just making sure that there's chocolate chips everywhere in there. And yeah, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to line, I'm only gonna need one cookie sheet with parchment paper and then toss these in the oven. Let's see how long. Let's see. It says 15 minutes, which I usually do less because I love my cookies so soft and gooey. So I'll probably set it for 10, check. So I'm gonna go line cookie sheet with parchment paper and we can see how these guys will turn out. So since these cookies are meant to be giant chocolate chip cookies, I'm gonna take an ice cream scoop to scoop these johns out of here and onto the cookie sheet. Or if you really want to, you could, it says to measure a half cup for each cookie dough ball, but oops. But I'm not doing that because I just really don't feel like it, to be honest. Anyway, I'm just gonna take ice cream scoop. Maybe I should leave a little like that big. And you can't see it, but I did line a cookie sheet with parchment paper. So these cookies are just gonna be really big. It says yeah, makes 5, but if that's if you like weigh them out to be a half cup each. Sorry for that. I was recording for a second. I was like, wait, did I hit record? But no, I think I can make more than 5. Maybe not. I could probably squeeze a 6th one somewhere, like with the dough. Probably not on this cookie sheet. Oh, actually, maybe it could. I should really be showing you this. I'm just explaining through it. It's fine. Oopsie, these are gonna fall off the cookie sheet. I have like a little bit of dough left. Or should I just get another cookie sheet? I don't really want to get another cookie sheet. I'll figure it out. Okay, anyway, let me show you what this looks like. Looks like that, because there's 6 on here. I'm gonna pop these in for like, do 10 minutes, like I said, and then check on them. That cord is like on the other side. Here. So yeah, I'm gonna check back once these have been in the oven for 10 minutes, see how they look, see if they need a little extra time, and yeah, I shall be back. Okay, so I was watching some of my videos back that I just recorded while my cookies were in the oven, and I noticed that my AirPods just connected to my phone. So when I was wearing them, saying all the instructions, the AirPods weren't picking up what I was saying. My phone was picking it up from a distance away, so that's why it sounded a little quiet. Hopefully they like pick up now or whatever, I don't even know. But side note, so my 10-minute timer just went off for my cookies. I'm looking at them right now in the oven, which I'll show a clip. I think we're gonna need probably close to 15 since they are just such big cookies. I'm just gonna keep an eye on them. And yeah, so let me show you what they look like. Okay, yeah, obviously the oven's dirty. But that's what they look like. It's probably 11 minutes now. They are on, sorry, excuse me. They are on the bottom rack. I'm just gonna give them another like maybe 5 minutes or so, or not even that, maybe 3. So yeah. Alright, so I just took these out of the oven. They were in for a total of 14 minutes on the bottom rack. Look how good these cookies look. They are still a little gooey, but you let them sit for like 5 minutes or until they cool down or whatever, they will firm up. So it's best to take them out when there's a little bit of gooiness in them. But look at those. Look at that quality too. Wow. Oh, and what I did with other cookie dough, I ate some of it. I'm probably just gonna give the rest to Allie when she gets home. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video of me making these chocolate chip cookies. I will link the recipe I found online in the description down below. Obviously, subscribe, like this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more Jill's cooking videos. This could turn into a series. This could be an only one-time thing. I don't know. I just wanted to make cookies at 10 o'clock at night, and it's now 10:30 at night. Okay, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, possibly. Thank you. Peace out.